Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Lori McNorton, Floral Design Coordinator for Florist Review, Super Floral. Thanks for joining in today. We are going to make a mess. I decided that we're going to make this beautiful fall foliage wreath and add some fresh flowers to it. So last night, between a couple helpers and myself, we went out, did some walking through the park and somebody's home and cut some beautiful foliages. And so I thought this is the perfect time of the year to do this. So let's make our mess. So first of all, I'm going to start with a wire wreath, and this is an 18-inch, just a basic wire wreath. Floracraft has them, or you can get them at your local hobby store. And I did go ahead and start the process because I want to kind of cover up the wreath, but I think once I get everything on this, you're not really going to be able to tell that it is a wire wreath. But just to cover my base, I took some natural reindeer moss and some bind wire, and I just wired this on and then added the reindeer moss and just wrapped around. And it doesn't have to be real secure, very, you don't have to do it, I'd say every 3 or 4 inches. And then, once I've got that covered, cut this off and just tie it off here. All right, so that is the beginning of my base. Next, I went out to our curly willow tree, cut some branches, and stripped the leaves. You can buy the curly willow already stripped, but we have a beautiful tree that's handy to us. So that's where I was yesterday. So what I want to do is I want this wild and airy and crazy. So I'm going to take a couple pieces. I have zip ties, which work really well, or you could do taped wire, you could do the bind wire, but this is really secure. So the end of my branch here, I'm just going to tie this, weave it in, and I'm going to take the zip tie, and I've got clear, so I don't think you'll be able to see this again. Cover our mechanics. And then I'm just going to group this every so often. And again, secure that. Now, before I secure that, this is a thought, on to the next branch. So let's grab a couple here. I probably could have cut these down, but I wanted you to get the full effect of the branches. All right. So again, I'm going to tuck this in, and I'm going to take my zip tie and tie this off. Some of these I'm going to leave out. These are very long, so let's grab those. Again. And I'm just going to build this till I think it's full enough with the curly willow. Maybe just one more wild and crazy one. Again, I'm going to kind of go up into the wreath here. There is no right or wrong to doing this, because by the time we get the branches with the foliage on there, you're not going to see. Okay, so that's another start of our base of the wreath. Oops. I think I wore my tools out last night cutting branches. All right. Got beautiful fall foliages off. Like like a red maple. And again, we are just going to weave this in to the wire. And before I go to the next, take my next branch and secure this off. I think the zip ties are the fastest, quickest way. I've got this a little bit more green, so let's tie this one in. Grab another one. And again, another zip tie. This is probably kind of messy to see, but as I get done here, I'll kind of clean the table off so you can kind of follow the process as we go. All right, how about one more branch? Like I said, it's a mess, but that's what makes it fun. All right, I'm going to tie this one up and weave it in to my form and tie this one off. All right, let's see how this is looking so far. Woo. Like I said, we don't want it to be a perfect form. We want it to be fun. We want it to look like branches and berries, foliages, because I do have some berries from our crabapple. So let's tie a few of those in. And I don't want them to follow the ring. I'm going to have them kind of coming out, being their own, on their own here. And again, securing that branch. Tying that up. One. And as you see, you really will not be able to even see the base of the wreath once we get all these berries and branches on. I'm going to add one more here. This is going to be very cool on the front door. Or if you have beautiful like fall weddings, you can use this. But just in general, all right, let me cut off my zip ties here. Again, that gives us some movement. I don't know, can you see it all, Sean? We have some long pieces here. I'm just going to weave those in. All right. Next, now this is beautiful on its own. You could just put a pretty fall plaid ribbon or, just a beautiful fall ribbon and call it done. But no, we're going to take it a step further here. I've got these beautiful garden roses from California Paja Rosa. So we're going to add in some igloos. So I've got 2 little igloos. Again, I'm just going to tie those in, and we can zip tie again. And I'm just going to work that into these branches. and go down. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I'm going to go down through the base of the wreath base. Whoops, wrong way, Lori. Oh, goodness. Turn it over. Got to make sure you put this in right first. There we go. And not only is the zip tie going to help secure it, but these branches will also. So we've got one there, and we'll put one up in here. Let's do that. Again, I'm going to come up through the back of the wire base. Grab onto that igloo, the Smithers Oasis igloos there. Get that off. All right, got those. Now, besides the roses, I've got some pincushion proteas here. I've got some leucadendron that really match in the color. Boy, we've got that wreath right in your way. Okay, there we go. And this is going to take a lot of product. Since this is kind of crazy, we're going to try and keep this clean as we go. I love the peach and the burgundies and the browns all together, so that's why I chose these. And these are peach campanella. And I'm going to put a few down at the base of the igloo. But also, along with the branches, I want them just to kind of be on their own, free-flowing, moving. And we'll do the same over here. Like 3. And you can add whatever kind of product you have. Anything fall. These are going to hold up in the igloo for several days. So besides having a beautiful wreath, you could always change out the fresh. We've got some beautiful sprays. Again, I just want this to have kind of a wild look. Not really wild, but back to nature look to it. So I don't want it perfectly put together. We definitely want to hide our igloo. Part of good mechanics is hiding the mechanics. Wow, this is looking great. Like I said, love the burgundy and the peach. It's one of my favorite combinations. All right, let's add some texture with the pin cushions. A couple here. Woo, my scarf's getting caught up. And we can keep going on and on and on and adding more. I'm going to add a little bit of this willow eucalyptus because one of the reasons is this is it's got so much movement, and then this is very flat. So we'll add a little bit of greenery so it gives it some dimension, some movement. Okay, got this one taken care of. Let's add a little bit on the other side. I have made a complete mess. I told you we would, and we have. All right, just a couple more pieces. Okay, let's see here. All right. And if you don't like something, the way something's looking, like I've got these two pieces here. So, don't quite like that. I'm going to cut it off. Easy as that. And work it back in. All right, let's see if we can get this at an angle where you can see. Another thing that we have to think about is a hanger. So I'm just going to take my wire, which you could do the bind wire as well. I don't know, Sean, if you'll be able to see that, but just be sure that when you have your customers have bought a wreath, that you have something for them to hang it with. So I thought maybe if we give you a better look back here. Can you see that, Sean? Oh, there you go. How beautiful is that? And then if you realize that you kind of have it hung wrong, move the hanger. That's all there is to it. It's kind of hard when it's flat on the table. But that's just mixed foliages. Whoops, we probably need to attach that. Like I said, you never know until you get this made. So that's hanging a little odd. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to go on the back side of that igloo. And secure that down. All right, there you have it. You can add more to it, add less, use mixes of foliages that you find, go out into the forest and cut some leaves, or in the alleys, wherever you can find the beautiful foliage. But have fun with it. I mean, you can get some of these foliages at your local wholesale, but a lot of it is right there in front of you, so take advantage of the nature, go out, have fun cutting it. I mean, I do, that's kind of a therapy, just to go out, find the beautiful foliages, take you a bucket of water and some snippers, have fun. So I hope you enjoyed the wreath. I hope you got some good tips. Be sure and stay tuned next week. We'll bring you something else, probably fall. It's getting close to the end of the season, but we definitely want to continue showing you some ideas that match with the season. So hope to see you next week. Have a great day. Thank you.